Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for joining us on Coleman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today's Thursday, January 15th. Coming up on Coleman Today, Cullman County deputies need help identifying a man wanted in a counterfeit money case. Plus, Governor Ivey laid out her 2026 agenda in the State of the State, highlighting growth, education funding, and new public safety and disaster prep proposals. And Cullman County Soil and Water Conservation District honored supervisors for years of service, including 25 years for Tim Compton. All this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help identifying and locating the man seen in the photo wearing a red shirt. Investigators say he is wanted in connection with counterfeit bills being passed. If you recognize him or have any information that could help, call the Cullman County Sheriff's Office. You can reach Investigator Chayton Grimmett at 256-735-2750. After hours or on weekends, call the Sheriff's Office at 256-734-0342. Governor Kay Ivey delivered her 2026 State of the State address Tuesday evening, highlighting what she called strong momentum for Alabama's economy and outlining priorities for the new legislative session. Ivey said the state has seen major business recruitment and expansion in recent years, pointing to billions in new investment and job creation, along with continued efforts to keep Alabama competitive for large industrial and defense projects. She also touted the announcement that U.S. Space Command headquarters is coming to Hanceville. On infrastructure, Ivey highlighted road and bridge work tied to the Rebuild Alabama program and said broadband expansion continues with the goal of full statewide access through internet service providers. Ivey also focused heavily on education, citing improvements in student outcomes since the launch of her Strong Start, Strong Finish initiative. She proposed record funding for public schools and included another 2% pay increase for teachers. Looking ahead, Ivey urged lawmakers to advance public safety legislation aimed at repeat offenders and violent crimes, and she proposed a 2% raise for state employees, including troopers and other critical workers. She also called for expanding rural health initiatives, creating a statewide resilience plan for disasters, funding a new flood notification system before summer, and adding $50 million for K-12 school safety efforts. At the Cullman County Soil and Water Conservation District meeting on January 13th, the district recognized the long-term commitment of its local supervisors and the role they play in protecting the county's natural resources and supporting agriculture. The Cullman County SWCD is governed by a 5-member board that helps guide conservation priorities and local programs focused on soil health, water quality, and responsible land use. 2 supervisors received pins of service during the meeting. Tim Compton was honored for 25 years of service, and Daryl Haynes was recognized for 5 years on the board. The district also acknowledged the remaining supervisors for their collective years of leadership, noting that several members have served for more than a decade, providing steady oversight and continuity for conservation efforts in Cullman County. Supervisors work with local landowners and the broader community to promote best conservation practices, encourage sustainable farming and land management, and help ensure Cullman County's soil and water resources remain protected for future generations. District leaders said the board's dedication remains a key part of local conservation work and an important pillar of the community's agricultural community. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, Cullman fell to Jasper Tuesday night, but the Bearcats get a rematch at home on the 22nd. Sports is next. Welcome back. The Cullman Bearcats dropped a nail-biter on the road Tuesday night, falling to rival Jasper 43-40 in a game that felt like a playoff matchup from the opening tip. Cullman came in 19-3, but played without forward Sam Duro, and the Bearcats never found a steady offensive rhythm against Jasper's pressure and shot blocking. The Vikings' Jarrell Johnson and Braylon Johnson disrupted everything at the rim, combining for 8 blocks and helping Jasper stack up 11 team blocks overall. Jasper also finished with 12 steals. The Vikings jumped out to a 13-8 lead after the first quarter, but Cullman steadied in the second and went into halftime down just 21-17. Jasper created separation in the third with a run built on layups to push the lead to 29-19, then carried a 37-28 advantage into the fourth. Cullman made its push late. Owen Graves buried a big three, Gray Hopper hit another to cut it to 2, and Brooks Lofton's hook shot tied the game at 40 with under a minute and a half left. Jasper responded with a and one layup to go back up 3. Cullman had chances down the stretch as Jasper turned it over multiple times in the final minute, but the Bearcats couldn't convert. Lofton led Cullman with 11 points and 13 rebounds. The Bearcats host Jasper on the 22nd for a rematch. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, Senior Farmers Market vouchers are open now, but spots are first come, first served. Plus the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Applications are now open for the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, and local leaders say funding is limited, so it's first come, first serve. The program provides eligible low-income seniors with a $50 benefit card to buy fresh fruits and vegetables from certified farmers at Alabama's farmers markets and farm stands. If you qualified in the past, you still need to sign up again this year, and you'll need your card from last year to reapply. You can apply online through the Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industry's website, or you can get help applying locally through the Cullman Commission on Aging. If you've called in recent weeks and were told to try again later, you can call soon to check availability and see if spots are still available. For assistance, contact the Cullman Commission on Aging at 256-734-1241. Registration for Alabama First Class Pre-K opens today for the 26-27 school year. The Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education says parents and guardians can register online at children.alabama.gov. Registration is open to Alabama residents who will be 4 years old by September 1st this year. If more children apply than seats are available at a specific date, placement is determined by a public random drawing, not first come, first serve. Programs will hold selection drawings March 1st through March 31st, and registration for a site stays open until that site completes its drawing. Sites will determine each child's status April 2nd through April 15th, with email notifications sent to families April 16th through the 18th. Final enrollment status is set April 19th based on family responses. Life Church Hanceville, partnering with the Hanceville Civitans and the Tim Tebow Foundation, will host Night to Shine of Cullman County on Friday, February 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hanceville Civic Center. Organizers say the prom-style event is for guests living with disabilities, ages 14 and older, and is designed to celebrate and honor each participant. The evening is expected to include a red carpet welcome, photos, music and dancing, a meal, and a crowning moment recognizing every guest. Registration is open now, and organizers are also asking for volunteers and donations to help cover event costs like decorations, music, photography, and crowns. To volunteer or donate, contact Madison Lee at 256-338-9421 or email maddiebrook.ml@gmail.com. Willow is a dilute calico, approximately 1 year old with a calm, gentle presence. She's the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Willow enjoys the company of kittens and fellow cats and finds constant entertainment in her toys and the never-ending amusement of a cat tower. Quiet and kind by nature, Willow is an unassuming girl who brings a sense of ease to any space she occupies. Willow is already spayed, which has allowed her adoption fee to be reduced to just $35, which covers age-appropriate vaccinations, microchipping, and a basic health check. Visit the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. If Willow finds her forever home quickly, there are many other cats just like her who are still waiting for loving families. Contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448 or at Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be sunny with a high near 37. It'll feel colder at times with wind chills between about 11 and 21 and a northwest breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 20. Tonight, mostly clear and cold with a low around 23. Winds stay light early, then turn southerly around midnight at 5 to 10 with a few gusts near 20. Tomorrow looks mostly sunny with a high near 50. It'll still feel chilly early with wind chills in the upper teens to upper 20s. Expect a south-southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, a slight chance of showers, about 20%, with mostly cloudy skies and a low around 29. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.